The great Albert Einstein, the theoretical physicist who developed the theory of relativity, commenting on technology, had this to say: "It has become appallingly obvious that our technology has somehow exceeded our humanity. The crime of human trafficking is a hydra-headed one that requires a dynamic approach so as to be ahead of the human traffickers." You are watching NAPTIP on the Move, and I am Emmanuel Okeke. It's good to have you join us. On this episode, we will be showcasing the agency's latest tech baby, the iReporter app, which is fully deployed to aid in the fight against human trafficking. Technology, they say, rules the world, and NAPTIP will not be left out. Who can use it? How does the app work? Well, you will get to find out if you stay with NAPTIP on the Move.
NAPTIP, under the leadership of its current Director General, Dame Julie Oka-Donley, has consistently sought ways to strengthen the fight against human trafficking. Realizing the gap in reporting and swift response to reported cases, she set up the NAPTIP Response Squad, NNRS, within the first week of her resumption in office. This squad has so far reduced response time to at most 2 hours within Abuja and less than 24 hours out of state. The NAPTIP Rapid Response Squad has also been duplicated in all the zonal commands to see to the swift rescue of victims and arrest of human traffickers and perpetrators of violence. Evaluating the success of the NNRS, which depends on phone calls, text messages and emails, and bearing in mind the current spate of the use of the social media to lure victims and the demographics of Nigerians who use smartphones, the management of NAPTIP swung into action to develop an app for fast and easy reporting of suspected cases of human trafficking and violence against persons. The iReporter app was developed by an ICT expert in collaboration with the staff of NAPTIP National Monitoring Center. The head of unit, Gamariju Mangza, shed light on the role of the unit.
The iReporter is an app developed by the unit on resumption of this present administration. The Director General felt that the agency should have more ways of people reporting incidents to NAPTIP, issues of trafficking in persons, issues of violence against persons, which the agency is mandated to enforce. So she felt that we have to get other means of that. That is where then the unit and the Director General came with the idea of this iReporter, which with a smartphone, because most of the incidences they can occur at the airports, they can occur in resident area, they can occur anywhere, and Nigeria has a wide coverage of GSM network all around now. So basically what it does is when you download that and you see any incident around you, you don't even need to show anybody that you're doing it. You can do it discreetly. You will see there are so many other features on it. We have the victims reporting, we have the suspects, but where the area where the general public should concentrate more is where you see the suspicious activity. When you see the suspicious activity, you click on that particular button and it will take you to a page where you have to put the location, where you're reporting from, the state. If you want to give us your number, your phone number, you want to give us your email, you can, but you can still remain anonymous if you want. And you can describe the event if you have time to do that. If you don't have time to do that, you can just put your name and just tell us the location. We can contact you if your number is there.
The unit has specialized schedule officers.
The National Monitoring Center is as old as the agency. It was established by UNICRI UNODC in 2004, and it was solely established for the purpose of housing the database of human traffickers in Nigeria and also managing the IT infrastructure of the agency. Basically, what we do here at the National Monitoring Center, we keep data, we process data, and then we share data also. The forensic tools are also housed here because with the new act that was passed on digital devices, whereby those digital devices are admissible in court, unlike previously. So it is an advantage to us to key into that and then use the forensic tools to get information from anywhere, either from the social media, either from phones of suspects or their computers, and so that's what we do here. And also the National Monitoring Center have officers, trained officers, experts in various fields. We have the database administrator, we have a web administrator, we have also the hardware and also the analysts who look at the integrity of any data coming into the system. We also have officers here that are trained solely to look at social media, how people communicate, how traffickers recruit people using the social media. So we have officers here that do that. So that's a new area that we're going to develop more on. But they do a lot of work in seeing how traffickers, and we have cases, and we have cases presently that we're investigating also on that kind of aspect. So I think there's a lot of work we do here. And also the zonal commands are connected via the monitoring center through VPN. So all our information are connected via VPN to the 9 commands across the country, which we share our own information securely within commands and also within our partners.
The app is easy to install and use.
With a smartphone, you can go to Google Play Store, and you download the app, which is Inaptive iReport. When you download it to your phone, you don't need to do any configuration or anything, just download straight and you start using it. We made it as simple as possible. You can take pictures also and send us pictures, exactly live pictures of whatever is happening, either video or an image. You can send it to us. We only have the Google Play Store on, but we're working on how we can upload that of the iOS, so that anybody having any kind of smartphone, either have a Google, Android or iOS, which is the Apple phones, you can download and use it.
To forestall mischief and false reporting, the app has some features.
Another key feature of the app is when you are reporting from, say, Lagos, and you send an information and you tell us you're in Maiduguri or you're in Abuja, the app will automatically send us the location based on that. So we can now put it on our backend and check and see exactly where you're reporting from. So that will give us an idea whether you're giving us the right information or not. Because, we cannot shy from saying, because as we are doing that, the traffickers also are developing their own ways of reporting to us, maybe trying to evade or divert our attention. So that's why we have some other hidden features on the app that will actually tell us where you're reporting from, or actually a person or a robot. So these are some of the basic features that we have. There are some other features that I might not be able to tell you now, because based on the security nature of the app.
The identity of the reporter is protected.
We want to assure the general public that your identity will be protected, even if you submit your phone number, your email address, just as we do with other forms of reporting to NAPTIV, from our call center, from our emails. We get such reports also, and identity of our informants are really protected. So we are assured of identity protection. We won't disclose whoever sends us a report. We don't do that.
The app also features a feedback element and a connection to the call center.
From the day it was launched, we have started receiving cases on the app, and actions have already started taken care of. So also on the app, we have the feedback area where you can send us the feedback on what you think about the app. If we need to improve on the app, you can tell us, and these are other areas. And we have our call center also on it. You can dial directly on that and to take you to either the call center and also the proposed shortcut, which in the next 1 month or so we should also be launching that the shortcut for areas where we don't have what we call the data coverages. You can just, anywhere that you have a GSM network, you can use the USSD code, so it's also embedded in the app.
The app has already garnered the attention of foreign media, as it comes in handy to protect victims living abroad. Gamariju Mangza of the NAPTIP National Monitoring Center encourages all Nigerians with a smartphone to do the smart thing.
Human trafficking, as you know, is a problem. A lot of traffickers are saying that there's no work, and they just use that advantage to deceive and traffic people. So I encourage everybody to download the app. When you go to the Google Play Store, you download it. When you download it, the first thing you look at is, if you want to report, you go to the suspicious activities. When you go to that suspicious activity, then you now look at the icons. There are drop-down menus. There are menus as simple as anything. There are menus, even the state. You don't need to start typing your state. Immediately you go, you see the state based on alphabetical order. Everything is detailed there. I encourage people to look at it. Even just download and look at it and get used to the app before any incident can even come. So by the time you do that, I think we'll have more ways of getting, and then human trafficking will be reduced in Nigeria.
The iReporter app is technology's latest tool that has put the power of reporting suspected cases of human trafficking and violence against persons into the hands of every smartphone user. Download and use it today.
Human trafficking is one of the worst crimes on earth. It is a grave violation of your human rights. The victims of human trafficking are majorly women, youths, children and men who may never live to tell the story. These victims could be your wife, daughter, mother, sister, brother, child or relative. No one deserves to be trafficked. NAPTIP has intensified its effort against this heinous crime, but we need your support. We need you to join this fight. Government officials, corporate organizations, traditional rulers, religious leaders and the organized private sector have enlisted in this fight. What are you waiting for? Join NAPTIP to end this global moral epidemic now.
Report cases of human trafficking to these NAPTIP hotlines 0703 00 203 or 080 0022 5562 7848. NAPTIP, ensuring a human trafficking free nation.
The Enugu State Zonal Command of NAPTIP recovered a boy of about 2 years old from his buyer in Obosi, Anambra State. We have to break protocol to reveal his face, as we plead with all well-meaning Nigerians and anyone who can identify him to please inform his parents and relations to visit the NAPTIP Zonal Command in Enugu State with relevant documents and medical records for identification and reunion. Please be informed that all documents will be scrutinized and further medical tests carried out to ascertain claims. If anyone has a lead, please call 0708 060 1803, 0708 060 1803. So what are you waiting for? Download the iReporter app right now. It's time for NAPTIP events. Keep watching. As part of the agency's efforts to prevent human trafficking through public enlightenment, the Director General of NAPTIP, Dame Julie Okadanli, was a panelist at the 2018 Nigeria Social Media Summit held in Abuja, Nigeria.
There's still a lot of people that don't know what NAPTIP means, who NAPTIP is, and what NAPTIP does. For us in NAPTIP, it's all about creating awareness, because the crime of human trafficking is a crime that should involve not just the federal government, the whole of society. In other words, all hands must be on deck. So everyone must have an idea of what human trafficking means and who to go to. Where there are cases of human trafficking, they must be reported promptly to NAPTIP. We have the iReport app, which everyone can download from Google Play Store. It helps you to report cases of NAPTIP right there and then from your phone, so that the NAPTIP response squad can go out and apprehend the suspects. And we know how powerful the social media is. This is a way suspects or traffickers use to recruit a lot of unsuspecting youths. So many people are falling prey. But funny enough, we still think that there's an age bracket. Anyone can be trafficked.
Decrying the use of the social media to perpetrate many vices, she charged the influencers to use it positively to achieve societal milestones.
It's very important that everyone knows things like this happen. When you see guys coming to propose marriage online, you have to think about it twice. When someone offers you a job abroad, you need to clear with NAPTIP. There are so many, fraudulent football academies as well, and they know Nigerian youths love soccer. So the moment they hear of it, they just fall prey. So this is for us, it's an awareness campaign and a tool that we use to report cases of trafficking, and it has really worked. A lot of people, report cases. Just as someone said a few minutes ago, please use it positively and not negatively. There's always a lot of negative reporting of people you don't even know, agencies you know nothing about, and it goes viral. We want to see you guys engage with NAPTIP in such a positive manner that news like this will go viral and it will help, NAPTIP to do our job better.
The Nigeria Social Media Summit is a national event that connects people, content and conversations around emerging trends in social and mobile media. 50 officers of NAPTIP from the headquarters and the various zonal commands recently graduated from the Department of State Service Training School, Kaduna, after completion of the Basic Law Enforcement and Intelligence Course 2. A representative of the graduating class highlighted the impact of the training and commended NAPTIP and the Department of State Service for the training. The Acting Director, Staff Development Center, Shina Adeleke Hassan, stressed the need to develop the officers of NAPTIP in the light of the enormous task of combating human trafficking.
The course started with about 50 participants. Today, we are graduating with the same number of 50 participants without any president. During the 1-month program, they have been taking through a lot of activities there that involve both physical, academics, as well as ethics modification. No doubt, the training will further enhance their skill and capacity for the optimum performance in their various beats. As the full soldier of NAPTIP, the trainees were exposed to significant tradecraft that will enhance their general operation in preventing human trafficking and other specific tasks in tandem with the mandate of the NAPTIP in the country.
Speaking at the event, the representative of the Director General of NAPTIP, the Director Legal and Prosecution, Abdurrahim Opoto Shaibu, commended the Department of State Service for the collaboration and also enjoined the graduates to put into practice the skills acquired in order to increase productivity at the agency.
I must give credit to Director General, management and officers of the Department of State Services for their magnanimity in accepting to collaborate with NAPTIP, a symbiotic relationship that has existed for so many years now, which has culminated in intelligence sharing, institutional capacity development, and esprit de corps amongst officers. I congratulate all the NAPTIP detectives here for going through this period of training and enduring the challenges associated with such training. I would like to say how much I admire you all for your dedication and performance in successfully passing this course. I know that to attain the standards demanded by one of Nigeria's famous and revered law enforcement training institute, the Department of State Services Academy, is frankly a fantastic achievement.
The immediate past State Director of Security, Mahmoud Tanko Ningi, commended the officers' efforts in academic capacity and readiness to fight the scourge of human trafficking.
I want to indicate my personal appreciation and gratitude to the trainees for what they have shown us on their capacity to defend themselves, and the story we are part of their academic capacity as well as their readiness to serve their fatherland. The relevance of inter-service agency is what brought us here today. NAPTIP and the State Security Service are brothers, and we will not in any way feel heavy to come the assistance of NAPTIP.
Awards and certificates were then presented to the graduating officers. A federal high court sitting in Makurdi, Benue State, recently sentenced 39-year-old Daniel Abende from Makurdi local government area of Benue State to 2 years imprisonment for human trafficking. The convict recruited a 14-year-old girl from Benue State and took her to Bayelsa State under the guise of getting her employed in a restaurant. Upon arrival, the victim was instructed to work as a prostitute and hand over her earnings. The victim was able to contact her mother after some days, and her mother reported the case to NAPTIP. This act contravenes Section 13 of the Trafficking in Persons, Prohibition Enforcement and Administration Act of 2015. The presiding judge, Justice Hassan Diko, while delivering the judgment, took into consideration the fact that he pled guilty when the charge was read to him, saying that the convict did not waste the time of the court in view of the overwhelming evidence presented by the prosecution. The judge also noted that he was a first-time offender and subsequently sentenced him to 2 years imprisonment without an option of fine. The United Kingdom government, through the British Council, organized a 3-day training workshop on effective communication skills for staff of NAPTIP at the agency's Training Resource Center in Abuja. Declaring the workshop open, representative of the Director General, Susan Ewung, of the Training and Manpower Development Department, urged the participants to make the best use of the opportunity. Representative of the Director Training and Manpower Development Department, Desmond Garba, highlighted the purpose of the training. Amina Makele of the British Council gave a welcome speech and then commenced the training in earnest. Matthew Booth from the Office of the British Parliament took the participants through basic reactive communication skills. At the end of the workshop, the Director Training and Manpower Development Department, Olubiyi Olushaya, expressed the agency's appreciation and then urged the participants to share the information. Certificates were then presented. The training workshop was successful as it will further enhance communication skills of NAPTIP staff. The Isiagu community in Ivo local government area of Ebonyi State recently marked the 25th anniversary of the Isiagu Women General Assembly. The occasion had the NAPTIP team led by the Enugu Zonal Commander, Comfort Aboko, who seized the opportunity to enlighten, educate and sensitize the women on the dangers of human trafficking, child labor, child abuse, sale of babies and illegal migration. She also reiterated the need for Ebonyi women to join NAPTIP in the fight against human trafficking, as Ebonyi is one of the endemic states in the southeast. Public enlightenment is an essential tool in the eradication of human trafficking and child abuse.
This is to inform the general public that Perebi Nicole Otubo, a notorious human trafficker, is wanted by NAPTIP. Anyone with useful information on her whereabouts should contact the agency on this toll-free number 0703 0000 0800 2255 627847. You can email info@naptip.gov.ng. NAPTIP, ensuring a human trafficking-free nation. For more enquiries and support, or to report cases of suspected human trafficking and child abuse, please call NAPTIP hotlines on 0703 0000 or 0800 2255 627847 or email info@naptip.gov.ng. Visit our website www.naptip.gov.ng. Follow us on our social media platforms at NAPTIP Nigeria and watch our videos on YouTube.
I hate to leave you now, but I sincerely hope that you have learned something new today. Support NAPTIP by reporting suspected cases of human trafficking, child abuse, and all forms of violence against persons. I hope to see you again next week. I am Emmanuel Okeke. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.